right, welcome back to our Starfield live stream Let's Play. Um, this is episode 6, and I took a few days off to kind of improve the stream. I've been working on some things. As I mentioned before, this is just something I'm doing for fun. Hopefully, to connect with some of you out there who are fans of Starfield and enjoying the game as much as I am, or people that are just interested but don't have time to play it maybe, and or you would just rather watch and maybe see some different parts of the game. So I've been upgrading my setup here, and you can see I've got our constellation themed keyboard light set up now, and I've been learning how to use Stream Deck, Stream Deck is wonderful. It's really simple, but I found a really cool profile for it that allows us to put um, all of our buttons for managing the ship functions in Starfield onto a side display where they're out of the way, but I can control the ship. We also have some new buttons to help us with some of the menu screens. The Starfield menus can be kind of cumbersome. So so I've been making some upgrades to the channel. I hope they're noticed, and I hope you appreciate them and enjoy them. I do want to continue and make this better and better as I go. So, but I'm learning as I go as well. So off screen since Saturday, when I last streamed, I did take some time. I didn't want to do this on the live feed because we upgraded the ship, and the shipbuilding feature of Starfield is really cool. There's a lot of functions and features to it. It's also time consuming, and especially learning it and not being familiar with it. I wanted to take some time. I wanted to redesign the ship a little bit, add to it, expand it, add some key functionality for our future adventures and missions. So you'll see we have Gideon here manning the weapons console, and he's our weapons specialist on the crew. So this is the original cockpit from the Frontier, which was our starting ship. And the first thing you'll notice is that the living module has been moved, and we've added this control center, so all of our future crew members will have places to come and sit and work. And you can see our outpost specialist is over here, high outpost specialist, and he's doing something at the computer here. And Sarah is over here. Sarah Morgan is over here working on her station. And so our crew members will have a place to work in here. And then my idea for this build was I wanted all of the key functions to be accessible directly from the cockpit. So I was sort of putting myself in the mind of designing the ship for a real captain, and my prior experience with boating, I had actually a pretty nice boat for a while. That one of the things I really liked about my boat was, when I bought it, I looked for the features of how it was laid out and how are people going to move around that space, and so I try to take that mentality with the ship here in Starfield, and having one level with all of the sort of primary control functions. And so if we come back here past the control center, you'll see that we have all of our workstations on the same floor. Weapons workbench, industrial workbench, where we can craft our outpost supplies, and then we have our spacesuit workbench where we can upgrade our spacesuit and helmets. And so the idea was to have all of these primary functions on the same level as the cockpit, so that kind of role playing in an emergency, and we might have people running back and forth from different stations doing different things. And then you'll notice that the landing bay access is directly underneath the docking module that we use to dock with other ships and space stations. And this is because in the ship builder for Starfield, there's always going to be a ladder wherever this landing bay access is, and there's also always going to be one where the docking module is. So we can eliminate a ladder from our floor plan by putting them directly on top of each other and then building the ship from there. So I started with this module, added the docking module, and then we built the ship out. And then I decided to put the living quarters from the original Frontier. You'll notice this looks very familiar. So this was the original living quarters, and I just put it on a second floor. And of course we have our navigation console where we can plot and chart our voyages. We have our research station and our galley kitchen workstation. And this way, my thought process was that any of the crew members that are off duty, they can come up here, relax, maybe take their nap, get their food, you know, whatever they need to do. Maybe they need to set up here at the table and work or something, or read, and they won't be interfering when we have an emergency on the main deck. We won't have off-duty crew members just wandering around the main deck aimlessly. I did want to put some skylights in. We can't put one here because of the docking module, or here because of the ladder. So I do want to add some skylights, just to give us some like places to look out from the ship. But we ran out of money, and we'll go into our inventory and I'll show you. We had about 40,000 credits, and we're down to 3,400 credits roughly. So we ran out of money, and I think we got the bare necessities. It would be nice to have maybe an infirmary so we could make, so we can make medical supplies. But for now, our crew have workstations. They can contribute to the function of the ship. We can hire more crew members as a result, and we have our crafting area. And this nice, clean, simple, very compact. I feel like this is still a very compact ship, albeit much bigger than the original. The interior space is about twice the volume of the original Frontier. So,
need something, Chief?
So definitely a big upgrade. So where we left off, we lost our job at the mining company due to the workers' comp claim involving the artifact. They retired us, gave us a watch and a ship, and said, please leave. We applied for a job online, and we went to the interview in the city of Neon with Ryujin Industries, and their former intern ran into us on our first coffee run and suggested that we may be in danger working with these people, and that there's definitely something odd happening. And next thing you know, they are sending us to plant evidence and engage in corporate espionage in the Cheyenne system. So we are in Volii, and we are going to head to the Cheyenne system. All right, so we will power up our grav drive and be on our way.
Jump complete.
Restart collector space.
Okay, so they're going to scan our ship for contraband.
Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
All right. So we'll scan the planet real quick, look at the resources. So it looks like there's some aluminum, water, of course, nickel, argon, benzene, cobalt. This appears to be a very Earth-like planet. Some large oceans separating, or separated by some continental areas. But it appears to have 3 moons, 1, 2, 3 large moons relative to its size. And if we zoom out, we can see the entire system. And we appear to have some gas giants. I'll move the webcam so you can see. So this graphic in the top left, my webcam covers it a lot of the time, but it highlights the bodies that we have visited. Now, obviously, we haven't landed on Akila yet, but we have traveled there, and we have explored, or at least found that planet. So so this will be useful if you're playing the game and you're having a hard time keeping up, if you've been somewhere or not. This little graphic will help you keep track of which which planets and moons you've explored and visited. And so we have several gas giants, and then this is an ice giant, so that might be interesting if we can visit it. It appears to have the same gravity as, let's see, yeah, Akila is about 1.5 Earth gravity, and several moons orbiting it as well, and then several rocky inner planets. Yeah, so that's interesting. So that is the Akila system. Phone alerts going off in the background. Sorry about that. So let's see, Akila City. We will land there. Wow. So this is the primary, I guess, central city for the Freestar Collective, and it appears to be sort of a Western style steampunk sort of a theme to the Freestar Collective. So we'll go explore and find out what they're about. So we will exit our ship, and we'll do a quick walk around. I felt like this was better than trying to build the ship live on stream, because it does take some time, and I wanted to put some thought into it. And right away you can see we still have like this dog-shaped design of the original Frontier, and we've added some engines at the midship because we needed some more thrust for the larger ship. We simply moved the landing gear forward to the front of the extended section, and then added some cargo storage space along the side. And I left the cargo bay at the rear of the ship. And as I mentioned, when you stack the cargo bay and the docking module together, when you stack these two together, it keeps the ladder in one place. And I didn't want the ladder to be like in the middle of the ship. So if we had put it toward the front here, we would have ended up having that ladder right in the middle of the ship. And we already had one ladder going up to the living quarters. So I didn't want two ladders right next to each other, sort of blocking things. So we left the cargo bay toward the rear, toward the aft of the ship. And then we added a gun, just, I guess, for symmetry, but we have now 2 ballistic guns. And then our lasers mounted here on the side of the cockpit, and our missile system, which I may move to this attachment point. I believe I can attach it underneath the cockpit module, and then we'll have we may move our missiles down there later, but it's not necessary at this time. And then I want to add some like some portholes for lighting where we can see out of our ship and stuff, but we just didn't have the money to it's still early in the game. We didn't have money to keep building and expanding the ship. So I think we ended up with a kind of a cool design. It's very efficient. It's very similar to true to the original ship. And it'll get the job done. It's going to do what we need to do for this early part of the game, which is have some crafting stations and collect some crew members. And then as we progress and we get some money later, maybe we'll expand our ship either add modules or upgrade modules. You know, we're just scratching the surface of that, and there's definitely a lot more that I have to learn about it. So I just want to go here. In the course of moving the ship around, all of these like miscellaneous items ended up in our cargo bay. So if you're playing the game, it's maybe not a lot of weight, but let's see, we're starting at 63 mass. I'm gonna vendor all these. Don't vendor our digipicks, we need those. I'm going to vendor all this other stuff. These are just like clutter, I guess you could say, that are scattered around the ship. And I guess a lot of it ended up in our cargo storage when we started moving things around. And oh, see, that was sell for Frontier. So I guess it doesn't show the Frontier mass. But we just dumped a lot of stuff out of our ship that we don't really need, that was just taking up room. And then, of course, we have our digipicks. But, yeah, those things, all that clutter from around the ship, when we start moving those modules around, the game sort of dumps them into the cargo. And then it just becomes dead weight. So we can get rid of all that stuff. It's just clutter anyway. And we're not going to be spending a whole lot of time just hanging out in the ship looking at clutter.
Sam has told me
By
so
order
many
of Marshal
stories
Daniel
about
Blake,
Akila
I need
City.
to inform you we've got some trouble at Gal
I
Bank.
feel as though I've lived here
Folks
all
might be in
my
danger,
life.
so you may want to steer clear.
Trouble at Gal Bank, huh? Is Marshall Bank in charge of security?
Not usually, but he took charge of the situation because the bank robbers are part of the Shaw gang.
The Shaw gang.
Marshall's had a lot of experience dealing with the gang, so he's calling the shots.
Is this like a Tombstone situation? Are we gonna end up having like a shootout at the OK Corral or something? Like, you know, go ride with Wyatt Earp. Let's see, if people are in danger, then I want to help.
I guess that'd be the marshal's call. Frankly, it ain't going well. Looks to be a stalemate. Maybe a little outside help would do some good.
Yeah, so we are. I did decide to play as a hero character for this game, for the stream. Oh, cool, the hitching post. That is awesome. Wow. Then we have Shepherd's General Store. I wonder, there's so many Easter eggs in this game, it's almost like an overwhelming amount of Easter eggs. I wonder if that's supposed to be Shepard as in like Mass Effect, like Commander Shepard maybe? But yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the Alamo in Texas, like, or like the old, like some of the old westerns where like they go to, you know, the Southwest or Mexico, and then they have like the sort of adobe style, you know, mud brick buildings.
You need to stand back now.
So this must be the Marshal. Let's see. Sounds like you could use some help.
I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please stand back.
Wow, his outfit looks like it belongs in Fallout New Vegas, like the NCR Rangers. I'm starting to feel like maybe Bethesda just like took all of their previous games, like, you know, Fallout, obviously the Fallout games, and like just sort of dragged it into Starfield in a manner of speaking. Although I understand that they really didn't develop New Vegas, but you know, still, definitely like a lot of Fallout influence in this. So there are lives at stake. Let me help you. Like we've been here 5 minutes. Let us negotiate the hostage situation for
Some
you.
folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard.
Who are the Shaw gang?
They took
I feel like
everyone
that's. Are we
inside
supposed to know who
hostage,
they
and
are?
Now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate.
Huh. Okay. The Shaw gang. Who is the
It's
Shaw
a big
gang?
group, but but hides outside the city and runs smuggling jobs off-world. They take in all kinds, rookies and veterans alike. Judging by their lack of preparation, I'd say this particular group is green as hell. Probably their first attempt at heist. That should work in our favor. Right about now, they're probably wishing they'd just stayed home.
You and me both. They must have made some demands by now.
They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In
Where are
other
you going to
words,
find
they
one of
didn't have
those?
a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one.
Huh, maybe I can talk some sense into them.
All right, I'm willing to allow
So we had a workers' comp
A few
claim,
things first.
got dragged into corporate espionage while getting coffee, and now we are in the middle of a hostage negotiation 5 minutes after landing on a planet we've never visited. This game's this story writers went a little wild
I
with this
sincerely
one.
hope you know
They
what you're
were
doing.
You in the bank.
okay. We're sending in a negotiator.
Stand where I can see him, and don't try nothing. You're the negotiator, huh? You think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender? You're dead wrong.
I mean, this only works if you're willing to cooperate.
Cooperate when we get what we want.
I've never done this before.
Stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal
This-
straight with us?
This is my first hostage negotiation. I don't know what to tell you. I just want to help.
So why should your word mean anything to me?
Huh.
We're staying as long as
We're staying as long as it takes.
well,
I guess you have a point.
I guess you have a point. I see what you mean.
So, the way this persuasion system works, like, you can keep hitting the +1s and getting the easy 1 point, but looking like we need 8 points here. So we've got to go through 8 rounds, and I don't know what percentage chance we have, but I have a feeling if we like took that percentage chance and multiplied it by itself 8 times. So what that would basically be like to the 8th exponent. Is that right? Whatever that percentage chance is, I don't think we can do this 8 times without missing one of these. Like, unless that chance is like almost 100%, because it's all random number based. I'm sure you're ready for a change of scenery by now. I might be the only thing keeping the marshal and his boys from bringing a very violent end to the situation. So I feel like the best way to do this is to take the chance, because rolling this +1 8 times is probably a lot less successful than if we just took like the yellow chance and did it.
Ready to get out of here.
See, like that worked. Okay, I'm not on anyone's side here. You see anyone stepping up to bail your ass out? No, oh, excuse me. Sorry. To bail you out, then drop the tough guy act because your life's on the line here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We got it.
Okay.
All right.
I can see you're not just the marshal's tool. You want what we want.
Yeah, when I saw 8 bars down there, I did not think we were going to get that. I really
Let's
didn't.
talk.
Okay. Tell me your demands.
Guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport
Yeah, that's
and
not
a ship.
happening. You are not getting a
Drop the
ship. You're
hostages
definitely not
off
getting my
somewhere
ship.
safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the marshal
We just
and his
spent
crew
all of
can
our
come
money
get 'em.
upgrading that ship. You're
If
not getting our
anybody
ship.
follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it? Oh, hell. The Freestar Rangers have got ships. They could give us one of them. This whole damn job's gone wrong. It was supposed to be just a quick hit. Clean and simple, you know? So let's just Let's all try to keep our heads, yeah? Because my guys, they're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last. What do you mean?
Okay, let's see. So I wonder if we have a better chance in this one because we were successful in the first. If even one hostage dies, your robbery charge becomes a murder charge. You don't want that to happen.
I know.
Okay.
Not disagreeing with that. You have to believe me.
All
We never
right.
meant to take hostages.
It looks like we got
We've
the
been hurt.
wow, that was good. We got
Just
2
won't
good
come down too
persuasion
hard on us.
checks there.
I think this has gone on long enough.
You go tell the marshal we'll
You go
come
tell
quietly
Marshall
now.
we'll
You
come
hear?
quietly.
All right.
Well done back there.
Wow, that
As
was good.
representatives of Constellation, avoiding conflict is what we should always be striving to achieve.
All right, so wow, 5 minutes
Those
in
guys are
a new
scared,
town, and we've
I can tell.
negotiated a bank
What's the word?
a bank hostage deal. So they agreed to come quietly.
Well, I'll be a son of an Ashta.
What's an Ashta?
How'd you pull that off?
I don't really know. I just clicked buttons. I convinced them it was the right thing to do.
Considering those are Shaw's people, that's damn near a miracle. Here, you've more than earned this. You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common. As a matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger material.
Now they're trying to
If you're
recruit me
interested,
too.
Head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox.
So
She handles the new
I wonder if we can join.
Nothing we can't handle.
I wonder if we can join the Freestar Collective and the United Colonies, because I believe. Let's go to our mission tab. I'm using those new buttons. I like them. So our mission tab, United Colonies. We've got grunt work because we became a vanguard. Didn't we become a vanguard or something? Make contact with the settlers on Seda Tau. I thought we joined the Vanguard. Maybe we didn't. Yeah, grunt work. Make contact with the settlers on Seda Tau. Yeah, that's the United Colonies mission. Okay, but we are here to plant the evidence at Laredo Firearms in Akila City. So we're gonna go fulfill our mission for Ryujin Industries for our real employer. But maybe we go ahead and investigate this new opportunity with the Freestar Collective. I doubt we need to buy any weapons in here. I think if we just play the game, we'll end up with more than enough weapons. So this must be the Rock. Okay.
And you're breathing? Back to normal yet?
Welcome to the Rock.
Mostly. Still feels a little weird though. Guess I'm not used to having the tube out.
The tube out? Where was the tube? Oh, deputize. Oh, okay. So this is Emma. All right, we're gonna go see Emma.
That would keep me from getting back out there.
Need to give it more time.
I thought I changed my
Guess that means
mission,
you won't be
my
telling
active
the marshal
mission,
that
so
I'm approved
that's
for
all right.
bail duty.
Not yet.
We're making good time with this playthrough. on some of since I've started these live streams, I've had some challenges with
Seems that way.
going over. I want to keep them to about an hour, but I've had some of them run like almost two,
Nobody ever accused. You got some business
and I
with me?
really don't want to make a habit of that. Let's see, the marshal sent me.
Oh, well, if the marshal sent you to me, that means he's looking to recruit you. Just so you know what you're getting into, I'll explain who we are and what we do.
Oh, get to talking,
The
lady.
Free Star Rangers ensure the safety and security of the Free Star Collective and its people. We might hunt down a fugitive, break up a smuggling operation, investigate a starship theft, or put some would-be bank robbers behind bars. Whatever needs doing to keep the people safe.
Sounds simple enough.
It can be, yeah. We tend to get called in when there's a threat too big for local security to handle. So that means we hunt the most dangerous game.
The most dangerous game,
I
huh?
imagine you've got some questions. I'll answer anything I can.
I mean, have you ever seen a terrormorph? Because I saw one not too long ago at my old job, and it was scary. All right, let's continue.
Okay then. A word about myself. I'm in charge of making sure anyone that wants to be a Free Star Ranger. That being said, the marshal wouldn't send you here. So, what's it gonna be? Are you ready? If you knew half of what I did about the man, you'd show him a lot more respect.
Oh, she didn't like that
Besides,
very much.
I'm next in line, and I'll be damned if I'm letting you cut ahead of me.
All right. Well, let's join the
It's a
join the
dangerous
Rangers.
job, but an important one. As long as you leave room for your commitments to Constellation, we won't have any problems.
Before I hand you a badge, I need to know you can handle the job. You helped out with the hostage situation, but sometimes people just get lucky. Tell you what, use the mission terminal and take one of the listed jobs. Your choice. Come back alive, and we'll talk about you joining up.
All right, I'll do one of your missions. Prepare to be impressed.
Oh, got no lack of confidence, have you? Well, let's see if you back it up.
All right.
Well, hey there.
That's cool. It's like an old Western movie. It's really cool.
What can I get you, Emma?
Oh, nothing for now. Came to talk, actually. Well,
I like this. I wonder if I should talk to any of these people. Can we recruit people for our Oh, we don't really. We're too broke to recruit people for our ship, so never mind. Let's not do it. Let's see. Kill outlaw captain on Maheo 4A. Kill the outlaw gang leader on Altar 4B. Destroy Crimson Fleet captain at Olympus. Rescue hostage at Piazzi 3. So none of these are timed. We can kind of just do them at our own pace. We know where the Olympus system is, so maybe we'll just take all of these and just do them because it's free money. I mean, we'll just take all of them and see where we go. Infirmary, thanks for visiting. Oh, what is this? Is it like a baby Deathclaw or something? That's cool. Alright, that's the rock. So that's where we came in. Let's go back to our mission menu because we have gotten off track, but we need to go plant these files before we forget and get too involved. Then we'll then if I have some time at the end of the stream, we'll walk around Akila a little bit more.
Isn't exactly most, but as seats of government go, it's still quite an impressive structure.
I mean, I think it's cool. They got the cowboy bar in there, and I mean, I like the vibe. I have to be honest about it. When this game was announced and some of the factions were first announced, and they said, as soon as I heard cowboys in space, I kind of thought it was a little odd. Like, I understand steampunk, but really looking at it, it's not really steampunk either, and the Western theme just seemed odd to me. It seemed like an odd choice with the space exploration, but I like what they did with it though. I'm pleasantly surprised by how Bethesda's team brought that Western style into our space sci-fi space exploration game. It's kind of cool. It's really cool. And I didn't think I would say that. I really didn't. I was a little worried. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little worried. Like, I was excited for this game, but this is awesome. You can tell they put a lot of time and care into the world building. I think there's definitely areas that could be improved. I am not a big fan of most of the NPCs. I mean, they're just sort of like generic and stupid looking, and their pathing is just sort of like, she's just sort of wandering, and if you stand in front of them, like, they'll literally just like avoid you and go around. Like, you see that? Like, they just sort of change direction. We can play chicken with them and like make them go different ways, you know. But they're just sort of like mindlessly wandering. They do react to us, which is, I mean, it's more than like a GTA game or something, you know. It's just just observations, but I love the world building though. So cool. All right, so this is Laredo Firearms. How are we gonna do this? I guess we'll just walk right through the front door and figure it out.
Might want to steer clear of the stretch. Lots of crime over there.
So we had to clean up the graffiti on the range again. Why don't we just close it down? It's not like it gets much use.
I need some place to put the prototypes through their paces. It stays.
But you know, Stretch.
I feel like this place should have like a cool weapon hidden somewhere for us to find. There's probably.
A few beer bottles and graffiti.
I guess we can't pick those up and interact with
Yes,
them. Todd's tired of us stealing weapons from his vendors. Damn you, Todd! So I guess we can just sort of walk in the back room here. That's not suspicious or anything. Total stranger wander. Oh, there's the restroom. We're just going to the restroom, and then we're gonna take a little detour. And we just got curious and started looking around your store here. Where did that guy go? Do we have points in sneak? Did we take that? Yeah, we had sneak. We don't have any. We can't progress it though. We don't have sneak attacks. Who needs skill points? We'll just. Is he gonna stay there? All right. Is he gonna let us pick this lock? Okay. The way I do these lockpicks personally, I like to try and line them up first, because they'll stay lined up. Like if I do that and then I go back to the other one, you'll see that they're both still lined up. And then we can line this one up with the second layer. So you can see that those line up here. And then we'll line this one up. Okay. So we'll go back and we'll do that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. Yeah. That's how I do those lock picks, and it's a lot easier, especially when you have some of the harder level lockpicks. All right. Yeah, on some of the harder level locks, it's a lot easier to do it this way, so that you kind of know. So you can see those line up there, that one lines up there, and then if we line this one, yeah, so there, there. And then you don't waste digipicks. Then we're not wasting digipicks like moving things in and out. Okay, so we planted the files, returned to Imogene at Ryujin Tower. So that's it, we just dropped the files. Where'd that guy go? We only have like rank 1 stealth, so I don't want to get caught like messing with the dude's computer. Alright, so we line that one there. Maybe try this one? Nope. Alright, so those two line up there. And then if we do this one here, and then do the other one. Okay, so we'll do that. And you'll notice they keep their position after once we turn them. They don't move or reset or anything. So this is a reminder to all employees that security training is mandatory and must be completed by the end of the month. Quarterly update. As you should all be aware, our quarterly meeting is fast approaching. Attendance is not mandatory, but secure connections are required. We encourage anyone who wishes to join to contact IT and confirm their setup is secure. Press inquiries. We know the press has recently reached out to several members of our staff. Should you be contacted, please reach out to public relations representative before responding in order to avoid any unforeseen repercussions. Yeah, so nothing special in that computer, but we got a little tiny experience boost. I don't think we need to steal any of these things. Oh, there's a little fishbowl. That's cool. Like, some of these small details are just amazing. Like, then it makes you wonder how they made people look so derpy looking, especially the women. Like she looks like her hair looks like she like fell asleep in the car and didn't brush it or something. But then they have like these beautiful world details, like this little fish floating in the thing, and you know, they took the time to like draw all over these chalkboards and decorate them. So you vote for your favorite film, and then it's got some film choices, and everybody voted, and you can see the notes. Are you joking? Because somebody doesn't like Return of the Interceptor. Yeah, like just amazing little details. Alright, so that was it. That was our mission. What's back here? Should we go ahead and just explore back here? Oh, okay. So that must be the entire Laredo weapons facility. I thought they said, oh, here's the shooting range. I was just about to say, I thought I heard them say something about a shooting range. Oh, wow. Okay, this is like a legit tactical weapons course. This is cool. It kind of looks like Suicide Squad when Will Smith is like doing the weapons training, and everybody and he like never misses or yeah, that's cool. Okay, I bet there's probably a mission down here for this. I would think there has to be some sort of a shooting game.
No, as
we
long
can
as
do.
you clean up after yourself, she don't mind.
Coachman,
That's awfully kind of her.
Grendel,
Mrs. Lance
some
is a
basic
beautiful
weapons.
woman.
nice grouping on that last
Med
one.
packs in case you
Yeah, the site was off into the
hurt
left
yourself
side
at the
diameter,
range. That's
but
good. Resident.
same time
Just
next week?
generic
Getting
NPCs
high
having a
gravity readings
conversation.
could make progress somewhat difficult.
You know what they say? Where there's generic NPCs, there's radiant quests.
You got 2 eyes,
Alright.
right?
Or no quest at all. Go to the Radiant Quest, go to the Red Mule. I literally just said there's Radiant Quests and we got a quest. What is this mission that they're sending us on? Go to the Red... Wow, look at all the missions we suddenly have for the Freestar Collective. The Great Laredo Caper, talk to the girl. So while walking in Akila City, I overheard 2 girls talking and they called for my help. I should talk with them. Okay. I mean, we've completed our primary objective here, so I guess we can go investigate whatever is happening here. We've got some time. I try to plan these streams out with like one mission or goal in mind to keep it somewhat focused, because there are an infinite number of Radiant quests. Like, the game just constantly creates them. If you don't do the main quest or the faction quests, you can play this game forever and never finish it. So you're leaving the protected perimeter. Proceed at your own risk. Okay. So it would be really easy to derail the stream by like just chasing Radiant quests all the time, and at some point that would probably get repetitive. So what are they talking about here?
I'm Annie Wilcox.
Hi Annie, nice to meet you.
That
Yeah,
means I'm gonna keep my eye on you.
You're gonna keep your eye on me? You're like 3 feet tall.
In my line of work, you have to be.
You work?
See,
What is like
I
child
work for the
labor in this
Freestar
town?
Rangers.
What is going on here?
I'm the first ever Ranger surveillance assistant.
Send that kid to the mining
And
colony.
that's not some dumb made up title. Ranger Emma Wilcox gave it to me.
Of course, after my incident, they probably won't be able to cover a child with insurance. You must be pretty good to earn a title like that. Ranger Emma, is she your mother?
That's right. She's a senior ranger.
Oh, that was that the lady that we interviewed with? I think it was.
Well, except Diego, because he's a senior ranger too. Oh, and the marshal. He's in charge of all the rangers.
So when Emma told us she was next in line to be the marshal, what she really meant is there's only like 3 cops in the whole town and there are no other options. So she talked a big game for being second in command when there's only 3 of them.
I'm the best ranger surveillance assistant that ever lived.
Surveillance
Someday,
assistant?
I'll teach other kids the tricks of the trade.
So creepy.
And prepare the next generation, because I won't be here forever. So what's it gonna
You're like 10 years old. You're going to be here
Are you gonna be a
well
law-abiding
past everybody
citizen?
else here.
Or are you going to be on my list?
I'm about to shove you in a trash can somewhere. I don't plan to cause any trouble if that's what you're asking.
I had a feeling you'd say that. It's that look in your eye that says, I don't care about the law.
Oh,
But
we
if I was
do.
you, I'd watch my step around here. Because this Akila City is under the protection of the Freestar Rangers. Ain't no lawbreaker who can get away from them. Once the Rangers are after you, you're as good as got. Don't say you ain't been warned. Akila City is just crawling with crime. It's everywhere. And it's up to us Rangers to do something about it.
And Ranger surveillance assistants.
Someone's stealing guns and stuff from Laredo Arms.
And none of the adults believe us.
So we're hoping, you know, you can help
Didn't
us
we just
break
plant
it all open.
evidence there that, like, aren't we trying to frame Laredo?
Emily was right about you. I was doing my ranger patrol one day, and there was a suspicious character casing Laredo on.
Okay.
I watched him as long as I could, but I had to rush home for bedtime.
Wouldn't it be
First thing in
funny
the
if she
morning,
was
I came
watching
back
us
and
case the place so we
interrogated
could sneak
Justin
in
Speed.
for our mission?
And he said they were tracking down an inventory discrepancy. I told him about the suspicious stranger. but Mr. Sneed didn't believe him.
Hmm.
I couldn't prove anything, but the suspect was acting all sorts of funny. He was trying to make sure no one could see him. My mom says you have to listen to your gut in this business. I just know he's a thief. I've checked back regularly with Mr. Sneed. Well, up until he told me I'm trespassing. And he said their new inventory system keeps, hiccuping.
Is Mr. Sneed the thief? Is this going to be like some Scooby-Doo thing where they're like, Mr. Sneed was the crook the entire time and...
I'm an assistant ranger surveillance assistant.
Or, something like that. And we found out that
As long as we get to like throw Scooby snacks at Sarah, I'm in.
Really late. He's got his own key card. We just need to catch him. Security will believe you.
I can't believe I'm going to help out your harebrained scheme.
It's no scheme. You'll see.
It better not be, kid, because if you get me in trouble, I'm going to be so mad.
Away from the exit Laredo,
Listen.
then catch him red-handed. We need to bring him to justice.
Listen, if this ends up being a bunch of, like, a fishtail or something, if you're lying to me, kid, I will put you under the jail. I will bury you. Okay? You hear me? We're not above it. Alright. So, let's go into our mission tab. The Great Laredo Caper. So, apprehend the Laredo Arms thief at midnight. So, I guess we have to wait. I guess we have to wait until midnight. That one we just return to Imogene. The audition, meet the Ebside Strikers, that has to be done in Neon. Volii Epsilon. Let's see, there's a pirate on the loose. We need to talk to the jail guy in Neon. Destroy the Crimson Fleet Phantom at Procyon A. And hunt the Predator. Now, what was this one? Dawn's, let's see, patron of the Dawn's Roost has asked me to retrieve coffee beans as Predator. Wasn't this supposed to be an Akila as well? I thought we had another mission here. Yeah, it looks like it is. Let's see if we can't make some progress, because it's clearly not midnight. So I thought Dawn's Roost was supposed to be here someplace. Spaceport is that way.
My brother-in-law just got back.
Alright, that's taking us out toward the ship. Well, where's the Dawn's Roost, I wonder? Wonder where that is. Oh, that's... Okay, that's way out here. Alright, yeah, that's level 55 area, so we're not gonna do that just yet. That's probably a bad idea, okay? Alright, so let's go back into our mission tab. Apprehend the thief at night. I guess we could do that. Loose ends. Crimson Fleet. We're not doing that one. Grunt work. Make contact with settlers on Tau Ceti. The old neighborhood. And then there's the debt collection. What are these? Red Mile and Paradiso. Where did I get these? This is like all ambient quest stuff where we walked by somebody and they had a conversation and we overheard it, but we didn't because we were focused on what we were doing. Yeah, see, that's taken us to the ship. And so we've like gathered these ambient quests that I didn't even know I had. Wow, okay. Yeah, so we're gonna go, we'll wait till midnight and we'll apprehend the arms thief. So I guess we sit outside Laredo Firearms at night. Is that what we do? Yeah, I guess we'll just sit outside the firearms shop or factory and wait for the thief to show up. It's cool though. You know, I know we're broke. We're mostly broke. Our credits are not listed on this screen, are they? Okay. Yeah, we've got 7,500 credits. I mean, that might be enough to recruit somebody. Let's see if there's any crew members worth recruiting. There's a citizen. She doesn't look like she does anything. Amari Hassan. Let's talk to Amari. See if maybe he's interested in joining a crew. Oh, okay, there we go. Shield systems. That's just what we need.
Did you just come from the spaceport?
Yes, we just came from the spaceport.
Aye, Captain.
I'm not surprised.
I am not surprised. You have the look of a starfarer. Do you employ a crew? I'd be happy to offer you my services as a mechanic. I have experience working on traveling ships. Excellent. I am not a greedy man, but I have a family to provide for. Can you offer a fair salary?
13,000 credits. Oh my. I'm a little short on credits. Will you work for any less?
Are you asking me for a discount? In my experience, I see what you are saying.
Oh wow.
I will
We
make
passed
this
the
work,
we passed the
but I
language
won't
the
accept
persuasion
any
check
less.
again. All right, now we can afford it. Well then,
I
welcome
accept.
aboard, Omari.
Thank you for the offer.
Nice. So now we
It
have
has
a
been a
weapon
long time
specialist
since I left
and a
Akila.
shield system
I have
specialist.
missed
This is
working in
good.
space lanes.
This is good. So what happens? So it automatically brings up the assignment screen, and we're going to assign him to the frontier. And you'll see we have our outpost specialist, Sarah, who is our laser and astrodynamics and leadership. And then we have Amari and Gideon. Wow. I wonder what the limit is, I guess, on the...
I need to tell my family I am leaving Akila City. Then I'll head to my post.
All right. Thanks, Amari. That's awesome. That's just what we needed. So I guess on this screen, this says crew 5. I think is that the existing crew? That must be the crew capacity. And if we are included in that number, then we're at that capacity. And 900 cargo capacity. That's pretty good for this early. I mean, it was a big upgrade from what we originally had. All right, cool. So we got a shield specialist now, a mechanic for our ship. That was excellent. That made our day. I think I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see. We have a little waiting to do before nighttime, and I think I'll go ahead and cut the stream there. We got a lot done in this episode. We explored Akila. I think there's still a lot to see. We'll do probably one more episode in Akila. We'll at least do this side mission, and then and we'll go from there. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, leave some comments, whatever you want to do. You know, this channel is not monetized. I don't, you know, we're not advertising any products. I'm just having fun playing the game, and I hope to connect with some of you, and I hope you're enjoying watching. So thank you for watching if you have gotten this far, and we'll catch you on the next video coming soon. Thank you.